Hello and welcome to OCAA Volleyball on Mohawk TV. I'm Cody Lake.
And I'm Wes Linwood.
And we're here to see if, after a tough loss less than 24 hours ago, your Mohawk Mountaineers can rebound against the Redeemer Royals. And it was a tough game last night, a long game at that. And another long game was the last game between these two teams. Mohawk ended up taking the victory, but it wasn't by a whole lot. They won 3-2 and took the fifth set just 15-13, escaping before having to go into OT against the Royals. So far now, after that was a long time ago, and now we'll have a good matchup where Mohawk is a little bit higher in the standings and is coming off a pretty good last 10. But they're not going to want to take Redeemer too lightly here, Wes.
Definitely not. The bells are tolling once again. Just about to get started back up here. Well, get started. As the first serve of the game will go to Redeemer. The dig there by Child. And a nice first point pickup there after a nice hard shot from Camps.
Yeah, and Camps didn't have the best of nights last night, so she's going to want to try and get a little bit better start here.
The dig. That's a nice point pickup for Mohawk as they hit that outside of that boundary pole on the net. And now first in the league for aces, Amanda Kuiper will now serve for Mohawk. And unfortunately that hits the top of the net as she couldn't squeak it over. Redeemer will pick up that point. Abby Sleeves will now serve for Redeemer. The awkward dig there. Kuiper keeps it alive. That was a powerful shot there by Alina Renders for Redeemer. All tied up at 2s here now. And now Abby Sleeves will serve. Mohawk picked out that point there.
It's a good job to get the tip off the fingers of the Redeemer player.
Kelsey Kovar will now serve for Mohawk. That's a nice backcourt shot, but Kinsey Child handles it. And a diving effort by Redeemer, and they keep it alive and send it over. And a nice smart tip there by Danielle Camps as Redeemer expected the powerhouse shot, but just a nice little tip over them was enough. Kelsey Kovar will serve again. And just a misangled dig there by Redeemer. Kovar going for 3 in a row here. The dig. A powerful shot, but the dig by Kovar keeps it alive. A nice, extremely desperate diving effort by Child there to keep the ball alive for Mohawk. And a cross-court shot by Redeemer, but ends up going out of bounds. Mohawk will pick up that point as they found themselves up 4 points here early on.
Yeah, and you don't want to hit the ball right into the block, Wes, but that was one of those times where it might have been even smarter just to try and hit it and see if it landed on their side of the court in between the net instead of aiming for a spot that she obviously couldn't hit.
For sure. Another cross-court shot, but Jesse McIsaac keeps alive. That will be a point for Redeemer, as that is 4 hits for Mohawk, as they couldn't get over the net there. Rebecca Osterhoff will now serve for Redeemer. A nice low over the net serve, but it's kept alive. And a huge block by Redeemer. Alina Renders with a huge block against Mohawk took a point. Redeemer now down only 2. As Osterhoff will serve again. A diving dig there by Kovar. And a powerful backcourt shot there. And that is a point for Mohawk as it tips off one of the Redeemer players. And now Danielle Camps will have the serve. A double diving dig there by Redeemer. And a small tip and a double diving effort by Camps and Kovar to keep the ball alive and get it over.
Yeah, Camps taking that one from her knees. She got the ball back up.
And a nice little tip to the backcourt, but it's kept alive. Back and forth we go here. And just an unfortunate double tip off of Vanderweide and Kuiper that Camps was just unable to reach.
Yeah, Kuiper thought that was in her reach, but it was just out of and ended up hurting Camps' attempt at it.
Now Cassie Heidberg will have it serve. And a huge block there by Rebecca Osterhoff. 6'2".
Yeah, she'll be the tallest girl on the court here today, as Mohawk doesn't have any players that stand 6 feet tall.
Nice cross-court shot, but it's kept alive by Redeemer. And a powerful shot that Kuiper manages to handle easily, and just a misplayed bump there.
Well, originally Kuiper got the first hit, and then she didn't really move. She didn't give
She didn't
her
really get out of the way
full
too much.
opportunity, and then when she did move, it kind of just messed her up, and she hit that off to the side.
A powerful shot gets blocked. That's a nice backcourt shot, but unfortunately it is out of bounds, so Redeemer will pick up that point. Redeemer now up 1 on Mohawk, as Mohawk had a 4-point lead early on here. Cassie Heidberg will serve 4th in a row now. And a powerful spike that goes off the hands and manages to stay in. So Redeemer will pick up that point and take a 2-point lead now. Jenna Nordstra having huge blocks here so far for Redeemer. Tips off the top of the net, but still goes over to the Mohawk side. And a huge shot by McIsaac, but it gets blocked. And she'll try again, and a triple dive by Redeemer just to get the ball over, but they send it way too far over.
It almost looked like Camps thought about that one, but she might have just been following it to make sure
She definitely
that it
did think about it.
Then she thought, maybe not the smartest decision.
Lindsay Vanderweide will serve now for Mohawk. And what a well-placed shot. Directly in front of Rebecca Nash. She just was unable to get to it. Lindsay Vanderweide serve again after a nice service ace. And she puts it in pretty much the same spot, but they keep it alive this time. And Kuiper goes up for the attempt at the tip, but Jenna Nordstra is just too tall. Alina Renders will have the serve now. The dig there by Kovar. And a nice, powerful shot by Jessica Heidbert. Off the hands of Redeemer and out. As we're all tied at 10s here. A little bit of a back and forth lead battle we had, but we are all even here now as Jessie McIsaac will serve. And just a misplayed attempt at a spike there by Redeemer. Jessie McIsaac picking up that service ace after an awkward looking dig. Off the arms and right out. Mohawk now up 2 here. Jessie McIsaac will serve again. An awkward floater, but a diving effort by Renders kept it alive.
That one looked to be out, but obviously not, as it was called in. And Redeemer will grab that point.
Jenna Nordstra will now serve, taking her away from the front line. Kuiper keeps it alive, and they send it over. And that is the point pickup for Redeemer, as it was out of bounds. All tied at 12 here. Jenna Nordstra will serve again. The dig. And there's the nice shot by Heidbert. Too powerful for Redeemer to handle. Now Jessica Heidbert will serve. Jess McIsaac with a nice dig. And a nice shot off the hands of one of the Redeemer players. Alina Renders tried to get it and just could not handle it. Jessica Heidbert will serve again.
Go. Cross.
A cross-court shot, but a diving dig there by Kovar keeps it alive. But unfortunately, she hits it against the boundary pole on the net. Mohawk still sitting up 14-13 here. This Child will go in now. The dig by Kovar. That's a nice, powerful shot off the hands and out. Mohawk trying to build up a lead here. Amanda Kuiper serving.
Go. Dig it.
A cross-court shot, but a nice dig there by Jessica McIsaac and Kelsey Kovar. And a huge block by Camps and Kovar.
Down.
And a powerful shot by Camps gets blocked. And they send it to the backcourt.
No middle. Dig it.
Redeemer has a nice, powerful shot of their own, but they send it soaring way over the heads of the entire Mohawk squad and out of bounds. Amanda Kuiper will serve as Mohawk is now up 3, slowly trying to build up their lead.
Yeah, and in that last set of plays, Mohawk was definitely in control. Redeemer stayed alive, but Mohawk just kind of pounding them around, blocking everything they could try and send over.
And we just see a big misplay there by Redeemer, as Cassie Heidbert just had off timing on that set and missed it, sent it right to the net. And Redeemer will call the first timeout of the game here as they see themselves down 4 points.
Take a look at Redeemer here as they're going to try and get something going. Only down by 4, and they were able to climb back from that advantage earlier in the set.
It's definitely been a roller coaster of a set so far, as Redeemer at one point was up a little bit, and then Mohawk had a huge 4 or 5 point lead, but they blew that. but now they've picked up another 4-point lead. We're going to look at Danielle Camps here.
Yeah, number 13. She's 5'11", from Vineland Station, Ontario. She has 324 attacks this year, 120 digs, and 150 points. So she's converting at a pretty good rate, and she's definitely helping out with the defensive game for Mohawk.
Just a strong all-around player for him. And we'll get started back up here after that quick timeout. And Amanda Kuiper will serve again. That's a nice hard shot over the net. Camps goes up for the block, but it unfortunately hits the outside of her right hand and bounces out. Abby Slews will now serve. Just an awkward dig off of her chest there by Kovar. Just went nowhere.
Yeah, well, it just kind of, it hit straight off of her chest. She just kind of misread that one, and it missed by about 6 or 7 inches.
Abby Slews will serve again. And just a nice, desperate effort there by Mohawk after just a couple awkward digs, but they couldn't send the ball back over.
Yeah, another misread by Kovar there. She had the placement on this one, but she ended up sending it far left instead of up.
Redeemer only down 1 now. And a shot off the top of the net almost fools Redeemer, but they send it back over. A nice tip to the backcourt, but Redeemer handles it. A tip, but it gets blocked. Off the hands of Mohawk player Diswick Isaac. Set it to the front, but caught Kelsey Kovar going the opposite way, and she just was not able to reach that. As Abby Slews will take her 4th serve in a row. The dig there by Child. And just a nice hard shot there by Camps to go off the hands of Alina Renders into the floor.
Just push. Try it. One time.
Mohawk still up 1 point. Matthew Schnarr yelling push. He just wants his players to push. Kelsey Kovar will serve. Nice tip over the net, but Kovar keeps it alive. And a hard shot gets blocked. The Mohawk handles it again, and just another big block there for Redeemer by Cassie Heidbert and Jenna Nordstra.
And now we'll be all tied up at 18 apiece here.
Rebecca Osterhoff had that serve. And that's a service ace, as Kovar was just not able to handle that.
And that'll be the 4th or 5th lead change of this set, as now Redeemer leads. You called it a roller coaster earlier.
Continues to stay that way. Osterhoff will serve again. One of the 2 monsters on the team. And a powerful shot, but Osterhoff handles that. And they send a powerful shot back, but Kinsey Child handles that. And that is a nice shot. Got blocked, but bounces out off the hands of Redeemer, and we are still all tied at 19 here. As Danielle Camps will serve for Mohawk once again. A nice little floater over the net. And just an awkward dig there by Alina Renders. Off her arms and out of bounds. The dig there. And Redeemer came in for the shot, and I thought that landed on their side, but it must have hit off the hands of the Mohawk squad and down onto their own side. Cassie Heidbert has the serve for Redeemer. But Mohawk comes with a quick little play and a quick point pickup As Lindsay Vanderwide just sends a nice shot off the bottom of the palms of 2 Redeemer players and down. Mohawk up 1 point here. Vanderwide will serve. Awkward dig there by Renders. And just a powerful shot off the hands of Jessica Heidbert. Out. Still all tied up here. Alina Renders will serve. The dig there by Child. And a nice powerful shot, rolls along the top of the net but stays on the Redeemer side. As Abby Slews tried to get that but was unable to. Now Jessie McIsaac will have the serve. A powerful shot she sends over the net. And a huge block there by Kelsey Kovar for Mohawk. To go up 2 here late in the first, and that will cause Redeemer to call their second timeout of this set. Not down by a lot, but you could see that they were slowly losing control there.
Yeah, and in this back and forth game, I think Redeemer wants to just take this as their final opportunity to kind of slow things down and look to make that little tiny comeback. They don't need a whole lot, but a couple mistakes could definitely cost them the set here as well.
100%. They definitely just got to be looking to regroup and get themselves together again.
One of the better players here tonight, as we see her up on the screen, Rebecca Osterhoff, number 14 for Redeemer, the Kitchener, Ontario product, 6'2", tallest one on the court tonight, and she's shown why. She has 35 blocks, 100. Wow, okay, that stat blows me away. 107 points on 145 attacks.
Wow.
She converts at a serious rate.
It also helps that she's 4 inches taller than pretty much every girl on Mohawk.
Yeah, she probably has a little bit more of a jump. Yeah,
there,
a jump than everybody else.
Jessie McIsaac will continue to serve after that quick timeout. An awkward dig there by Redeemer, and they can't handle it. Mohawk 1 point away from closing out this set.
Kelsey, watch your ID. If it comes around, you got to follow. Jess, full read.
And a diving dig there by Redeemer to keep it alive. And a block off the hands of Vanderwide. And just a misplayed shot there by Rebecca Nash goes into the net. Mohawk will pick up that first set, 25-24. And you see Jess McIsaac went to go serve again, as I guess she forgot that they had won the set there.
I think she was just ready to keep going. She was
ready
liking
to
the
keep
little roll
powering
she was
through.
going on. Sure, she'll look, maybe even start the second set off with that hot hand. Depends on what Coach Stephen Stone decides to do. Or Matthew Schnarr, I apologize. Stephen Stone is going to be coaching later.
Yeah, just a little bit later.
So that set ends 25-21 for Mohawk as they take the early advantage. But it was a close set, kind of like the last time these two teams played. The first set in that game was 25-22.
So not much of a 1 point difference there.
And the difference was Redeemer actually took that first set and took the second set as well, as Mohawk would end up coming back 3 sets.
Wow, so Mohawk had to storm themselves back into that game.
And we're going to take a look at some of the bigger hits from that set as Redeemer here. Nice little fake into a good kill.
Just off the tip of the Mohawk team's fingers there. Nope. Just looking again at the Redeemer squad, gotta be trying to get themselves together. Didn't lose that set by a lot, but you could easily tell that Mohawk was in control the majority of that time.
Offensively, Mohawk was strides ahead of Redeemer, but defensively, Mohawk I heard Matthew Schnarr say, please, get one hard dig. One hard dig, or one tough dig, sorry. And that's because Mohawk really hadn't been picking up any tough digs. If the ball was right at them, then they were getting it most of the time. And then if the ball was in a spot where you had to dive for it or anything, they really weren't getting that great of digs.
No.
In desperation mode, so let's see what Matthew Schnarr can do and see if he can take 2 straight sets here against Redeemer, because that would really bring a lot of confidence to this Mohawk team. That was a heartbreaker we had to watch last night.
Just a little bit of one.
Mohawk almost completed another comeback, being down 2-1 and having the lead in the 5th set, but later losing.
Fell short. Just about to get this second set started up here. Amanda Kuiper will have the serve and be able to continue on the little roll that she had going there. Smart decision by Matthew Schnarr. Try to keep her on her roll. And Redeemer sends it over the net with a little tip. And a powerful shot there by Kelsey Kovar. Goes across to the back of the court, where Rebecca Nash was not able to handle that. The dig. And a quick little setup there turns into a nice little backcourt snipe by Redeemer. As that just barely squeaked inside the back line. Now Abby Slews will have the serve. Awkward dig there by Kovar, but Child recovers it. And they send it over. Just a quick tip over the net, a fake set, but a quick send over gets Redeemer at that point. Mohawk not prepared for that one.
Yeah, that was just a smart play there. She saw the open hole in the center of the court. Everyone was waiting to go up for the block, and they were just completely caught off guard.
Diving dig there by Kovar. A nice little backcourt shot by Camps, but it's by double diving effort is kept alive and sent over, but lands out of bounds. So Mohawk will, regardless of the effort, pick up that point there. All tied at 2s early on in this second set, as Kelsey Kovar will have the serve. Just a low one over the net. Danielle Camps just smacks it down. Almost looked like she touched the net, but Kelsey Kovar will serve again. The dig. That is a point for Redeemer. I'm not quite sure what that was called because it tipped off the fingertips of the Mohawk player and they seemed to recover it, but the whistle was blown dead. Rebecca Osterhoff will have the serve. And she puts it right into the net.
Yeah, not near as nice as the serve she was having in the first set.
No, not at all. Danielle Camps will have the serve. That will soar over all the heads of the Redeemer girls and go over and get Redeemer a point as that goes out of bounds. Nicole DeRaff will serve. Just 2 awkward digs there as McIsaac tries to send the ball over, but just wasn't able to get enough on it. DeRaff will serve again as Redeemer is now up 5-4 here. Kovar had the dig, but it rolled back. But that turned into a quick little play as Lindsay Vanderweide had a nice quick shot off the hands and straight down. Vanderweide will have the serve. And an awkward dig with a diving attempt there to keep it alive, but Mohawk will get that point. Now Mohawk seats themselves up 1 point.
Yeah, this one's shaping up to be another back and forth roller coaster type set.
And Redeemer will pick up that point as Vanderweide sends it right into the net. And we are all tied at 6s as Alina Renders from Manitoba will serve. And that is a huge block for Redeemer by Jenna Nordstra. The dig there by Kovar. And a nice hard shot by McIsaac off the hands and out. All tied at 7s. Mohawk trying to keep it nice and even. Jesse McIsaac will serve. And a very powerful shot by Redeemer that ended up having the Mohawk squad tripping over themselves as Jesse McIsaac took a little tumble as she went up and Kinsley Child went down to try to get that ball. Now Nordstra will serve. And just a misplayed dig by Kovar on that one. Redeemer will now go up by 2 points. And Nordstra will serve again. Diving dig there. And they are not able to get to it. They almost take out the timekeeping.
I wouldn't say almost. I would say they just, yeah, they did.
The leg stayed up though.
That's all that matters.
And just a nice little tip by Kelsey Kovar on what almost was a misplay. But they turned it into a quick point pickup. Jessica Heidbert will now serve. Redeemer sends it over, Mohawk sets up. And a nice hard shot off the fingertips and out by Kovar. Jessica Heidbert will serve again. The dig. And a backcourt shot, but a diving dig there by just some guys that keep us alive as Kelsey Kovar just sends it over. And that was just a mistimed attack there as it just went off the bottom of her palm and out.
Yeah, now Mohawk gonna get an opportunity to take the lead now, as it's definitely been a game full of lead changes, first and second set.
Redeemer with a hard shot, but a nice big block by Amanda Kuiper. A nice backcourt shot, but it stays inbounds as Danielle Camps with a nice backcourt snipe. And that shot, I thought it was at a, nope, that shot was out of bounds. That was the right call, a little bit of confusion. Nope, I was clearly wrong, they clearly did call it in bounds. But it does not matter as Mohawk will go back up by a point again after a powerful blast there. by Danielle Camps. Now Amanda Kuiper will serve, looking to do some damage for her service with some service aces here. A nice low serve just off the tip of the net. A nice cross-court shot that the Redeemer squad cannot handle. Cassie Heidberg dove to grab that, but could not handle it. And just a misplay there as they thought that off the initial dig, the ball was going to go back over the net, but not enough on it for that to happen. Mohawk picking up the point. Mohawk now up 3 here as we sat neck and neck for the first little bit of this set. And another misplaced dig, but Redeemer keeps it alive and they send it over. And that is a nice back set and a nice shot by Vanderwide, but it is out of bounds. So Redeemer will pick up that point. Mohawk still up by 2. Abby Slews with the serve. And just a little bubble on that one by the looks of it, as it didn't even make it to the net.
No, she obviously mishandled that one. It was more of just a slap than a serve.
Kelsey Kovar will serve. A nice effort there by Kovar to keep the ball alive. A nice cross-court shot, and it was seemingly, well not seemingly, most definitely going out of bounds, but just a misplay there by Rebecca Nash. The last second decided to go for it and ended up hitting out of bounds for his own team. Mohawk up 4 points now. Two nice digs in a row as we go back and forth here. A short send over. And Danielle Camps comes in with a huge windmill of a shot to pick up that point. Redeemer not able to handle it. Tips off the fingertips of Nicole DeRaffin out.
Yeah, and that is going to force Brad Dow's and the Redeemer squad to take a timeout here as they fall behind 17-12. And it was 10-10 at one point.
It was. That's the thing. It was a neck-and-neck game for the most part, but Mohawk just decided to run away with it. Up 5 points now.
Yeah, and definitely far from over.
Kelsey Kovar been a huge part of this game so far, as she has had a couple missed digs, but some strong attacks. As you can see, 304 attacks, 104 digs, and 128 points.
Yeah, she's converting at an okay rate, Wes, but she does have a decent amount of errors to go with those kills, so we're going to see if she can kind of clean up her game a little bit ending into the stretch here and heading towards playoff season.
She's not a risk-free player, although she is a good. Kelsey Kovar will serve again after that quick timeout. A nice shot there, but a nice big block by Camps. Redeemer struggles to send that over. A nice powerful backcourt shot by Vanderwide. A quick tip, but a nice one-finger block by Danielle Camps, as Redeemer was just scrambling all over the court, not really able to recompose themselves. Kovar will serve again. Mohawk now up 6. And she sends a nice hard shot, but she sends it right into the middle of the net. Redeemer will take that break.
Yeah, and that's just luck, pure luck for them right there, as they couldn't buy a point up to that, and they were just given a freebie there.
Rebecca Osterhoff will serve, looking to bring Redeemer back here. A nice diving effort there by Abby Slews to keep the ball alive, but Redeemer Can't keep it together. Mohawk picks up that point. Kinsey Child goes off. Danielle Camps will now serve. The dig. And a hard shot, but it gets kept alive by the Mohawk squad. A nice cross-court shot by Vanderwide, but it gets dug. And a nice powerful backcourt snipe there by Heidbert. Camps will continue to serve. A nice backset, but a nice diving effort there by Camps to keep the ball alive. But unfortunately, it gets blocked when Mohawk tries to send it back over. Redeemer will pick up that point, still down 6. Nicole DeRaff hoping to do some damage here. And they go for the tip, but a misplay there by Vanderwide as she just doesn't get enough onto it.
Yeah, just kind of rolled over her fingers there.
Nicole DeRaff will continue to serve. Nice tip by Vanderwide, but that'll be a point for Redeemer, as she did touch the net. Nicole DeRaff getting her 3rd in a row. A quick little setup play there by Mohawk after a nice dig by Camps, and then an equally nice back set by Kuiper for Heidbert to just send that straight down. Now Vanderwide will serve. A nice low one right over the net, lands right in front of Alina Renders, and she just, I can't tell if that was extremely well placed or if she just didn't really move for it.
A little bit of both there, I think, Wes.
There's
She can get a full
timeout
effort.
called for Redeemer, their 2nd one of the set, as they see themselves down 6 points here.
Yeah, and they had cut that deficit 2-4 just for a moment. But they really haven't been getting too much good offense going. A lot of their points are on Mohawk's mistakes. And that's kind of killing them. They're kind of waiting for Mohawk, but they're not sending the ball over enough to let Mohawk create their own mistakes.
No, Mohawk definitely playing a lot more to their style of play early on in this game than they did early on yesterday's game, as they're just firing on all cylinders, sending the nice, powerful shots that we're used to seeing. Redeemer, they got 2 monsters of players with Nordstra and Osterhoff at 6-1 and 6-2 apiece.
Yeah, and that's a scary pairing, especially whenever they go up for a team block. There's not too many girls in the league that can get over them. Mohawk's going to have to try and implement some tips and trying to just do some rolls to try and get over the blocks, over the top, and maybe even or possibly break the block apart, but they have really strong team blocks.
Vanderwide will serve again after that quick timeout ends. And a nice block, but unfortunately they can't send it back over. Redeemer picking up that point after that timeout, and maybe that timeout's what they needed. We'll see. Mohawk still up by 5 points here. Renders will serve now. That's a big block for Redeemer. It's Jenna Nordstra. The dig there by Kovar. A nice powerful shot by McIsaac. And a smart play as they were going for it, but they all shouted it's going out. They just let it hit. Mohawk 2 points away from closing out this set.
Hello and welcome to OCAA Volleyball on Mohawk TV. I'm Cody Lake,
And I'm Wes Linwood.
and we're here to see if, after a tough loss less than 24 hours ago, your Mohawk Mountaineers can rebound against the Redeemer Royals. And it was a tough game last night, a long game at that, and another long game was the last game between these two teams. Mohawk ended up taking the victory, but it wasn't by a whole lot. They won 3 sets to 2 and took the 5th set just 15-13, escaping before having to go into OT against the Royals. So far now, after that was a long time ago, and now we'll have a good matchup where Mohawk is a little bit higher in the standings and is coming off a pretty good last 10. But they're not going to want to take Redeemer too lightly here, Wes.
Definitely not. The bells are tolling once again. Just about to get started back up here. Well, get started. As the first serve of the game will go to Redeemer. The dig there by Child. And a nice first point pickup there after a nice hard shot from Camps.
Yeah, and Camps didn't have the best of nights last night, so she's going to want to try and get a little bit better start here.
The dig. That's a nice point pickup for Mohawk as they hit that outside of that boundary pole on the net. And now first in the league for aces, Amanda Kuiper will now serve for Mohawk. And unfortunately that hits the top of the net as she couldn't squeak it over. Redeemer will pick up that point. Abby Sleaze will now serve for Redeemer. The awkward dig there. Kuiper keeps it alive. That was a powerful shot there by Alina Renders for Redeemer. All tied up at 2s here now. And now Abby Sleaze will serve. Mohawk picked out that point there.
It's a good job to get the tip off the fingers of the Redeemer player.
Kelsey Kovar will now serve for Mohawk. That's a nice backcourt shot. Mackenzie Child handles it. And a diving effort by Redeemer. They keep it alive and send it over. And a nice smart tip there by Danielle Camps as Redeemer expected the power run in the second set, bringing it into this third set. Nice powerful shot, but it's kept alive there by Renders. A tip, but Kuiper keeps alive. His backcourt shot handled there by Van Vark. One-hander there by Child, but it gets sent over. And a huge block there by Lindsay Vanderwide against Abby Slews. Not able to get it past her. Mohawk up 3-0 now. And just another misplay there. As two Redeemer players both went for it, just had another miscommunication. And Redeemer will call another timeout, their first of this third set, 5th in total. As Mohawks up 4-0 early here, continuing the strong play that they had at the end of that second set.
Yeah, and the faster they can get off here in this third set, the quicker they can start to put this one away. They definitely don't want to give Redeemer any sign of life or any opportunity for them to have a comeback. It seems hard to believe, but Mohawk did it to them the last time these two teams played, so.
Gonna take a look at Lindsay Vanderwide.
And the tear she's been on as of late.
247 attacks with 132 points. Wow. That's over a 500 killing percentage.
There's a reason why she has now jumped over her teammate, Jessica Hybert, and over most of the league into 4th in the OCAA standings.
We can clearly see why. A nice hard backcourt shot that Amanda Kuiper was not able to handle. Abby Slews will now serve. Just a Kovar called mine, but just tipped off the tip of her fingers and back. Redeemer picks up 2 points to get themselves back in here quick, but let's see if they can continue it. Abby Slews will serve again. Mohawk looks to set up. And Kelsey Kovar with a nice powerful shot that goes through the hands of Rebecca Osterhoff. Mohawk still up 3 here. Kelsey Kovar with the serve. A nice low one that Rebecca Nash could not handle. Mohawk looking to just tear on right through this third set. Another nice low one. And then a big block by Camps and McIsaac. Kept alive there after a big block by Redeemer, but Redeemer will get the point as they get called for a double hit.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those last night.
A little too much for the coach's liking.
Yeah, it was a fiasco.
Becca Osterhoff will serve again. Dig there by Kovar. And a nice powerful shot by Vanderwide. Redeemer not able to handle that, is just off the arms and way out. Danielle Camps will now serve. Redeemer handles that easily. And just a well-placed shot by Redeemer as it goes right into the middle of the entire Mohawk team and nobody's able to reach it. Nicole DeRaff will now serve. Originally, the point was being rewarded to Redeemer, but that was a touch, so Mohawk will get that point.
And Mohawk working out for them so far. They haven't used very many players off their bench. The only substitution they've even made here has been whenever Jesse McIsaac comes on for Kinsley Child in the front.
Pretty much, yeah. They put Cassandra Filka out for the last 2 serves of that second set.
Yeah, you are right. That's I think that might be the only substitution they've made all game
so far. And just a back and forth blocking battle, but unfortunately Mohawk off the side of Amanda Kuiper's hands and out. Now Alina Renders will serve for Redeemer. A low one off the top of the net, but Kinsley Child keeps it alive with the help of Kuiper. And a one-handed block there, a quick tip. And there's a point from Mohawk as Redeemer touches the net. Mohawk still got that 4-point lead as Jesse McIsaac will now serve.
And if Mohawk gets on the attack here, look for Heidbert to be punishing on her offense.
McIsaac sends it right into the net there.
Schneider saying to make her shy, so I can only imagine what that means. Says send it right through their gut. So
Christina Renwick will serve.
I don't think she got quite what she wanted to on that. Kind of floated that one, was under it just a bit instead of being completely on top of it.
Didn't go off anybody's fingers or anything. And that serve by Renwick will go out of bounds on the service error. Mohawk will pick up that point. Heidbert with the serve. With the service error, might I add. As Redeemer will pick up that point, trying to stay within 2 to 3 points here, Mohawk. Now, Maria Van Vark had that serve, an awkward dig, but Mohawk manages to get together and send it over the net. A nice block attempt. A nice little bump over the net. Another big block by Mohawk, and they keep it alive. A big block by Redeemer. We're going back and forth here. And that is just a powerful shot that goes way out of bounds.
And I won't lie, Mohawk kind of got lucky there. They might have seemed like they were doing okay, but they were scrambling all over the court every single time just to get the ball over in that set of plays.
Now Amanda Kuiper will serve. A quick tip, but Kuiper handles that. Diving effort there by Redeemer to keep it alive, but just not able to get it together as a powerful shot there from Vanderwide. Will pick Mohawk up the point. Mohawk up 4 points now as Kuiper will continue to serve. Diving dig there. A quick tip, but Kuiper handles that. A nice set and a hard shot, but Redeemer handles that and looks to send it over. Nice cross-court shot came Redeemer, and they managed to get together and send it over. And a powerful shot gets blocked by Redeemer. And then they take another one. And a nice backcourt snipe there by Kovar after a little back and forth.
And I'm not sure you could get much better on that play than Mohawk was. They had some real good digs and then a really good offensive attack, which ended up in a really good kill.
And Kuiper sends her 5th serve into the net. Redeemer take that break and hopefully try to come back here as they're still down 4. Abby Slews will now serve. Awkward dig there by Kovar, but they keep it alive and send it over. A quick tip and a diving effort by Kuiper keeps the ball alive. Then a diving effort from Redeemer in return. Slews. And that is a nice tip by Mohawk to get the point.
That ball came straight to you there, Wes.
I wanted to keep it as a souvenir, but I don't think they would let me. Kelsey Kovar with the serve.
Yeah, her serves have been really consistent tonight. She hasn't had
That was a nice
very many,
diving.
if at any, service errors so far.
And right after that serve, she had a huge diving dig. And this back and forth battle we got going on here. And a huge dig by Danielle Camps to pick up that point for Mohawk. As Kovar continues to serve. Mohawk up 6 points here. And Redeemer goes to try to set something up, but ends up just sending it soaring over Mohawk's head.
Yeah, Kovar gonna go for another serve here. She's been incredible so far.
I believe this will be her 4th. Just a nice little drop shot she has on her service there. Camps goes up for a block. And a nice powerful shot of her own right after. Redeemer scrambling just to send it over. And then a nice shot right off the top of the net past the Redeemer squad. A diving effort there by Van Vark, but she can't reach it. Redeemer calling their 2nd timeout of this set. 6th of the game.
Yeah, all smiles for Kovar coming off the court there. She was feeling it. The right-hander serves really well from the left side of the court. I've noticed that. She almost always goes over to the left side of the court, and that's not exactly where I served whenever I played, but it seems to work.
I don't think you were as good as she was when you played either.
I wish I was as good as Kovar whenever I played. Probably might still be playing if that was the case. But you would miss me, wouldn't you? You wouldn't get someone to sit beside you?
Sure.
17-9
Gonna
for
look at
Mohawk here.
Alina Renders from Redeemer from Nerol, Manitoba. She has 281 attacks and 97 points, 65 digs.
Yeah, not a consistent offensively. I would say she's a pretty good overall player, more of a jack of all trades. And the stats make it look like she isn't as good as she really is because she's good at everything but great at nothing.
Exactly. Kelsey Kovar will serve after that quick timeout. Kuiper sets it up. A nice shot, but McIsaac gets blocked but sends it over. A diving effort by McIsaac to keep it alive. Powerful shot gets blocked. Kuiper was not able to reach it. Redeemer picking up a point there. See if they can come back. Down 7 points. As Osterhoff will serve. Right off the top of the net. And a nice powerful shot kept alive there. And a powerful spike. Osterhoff handles it barely though. And a nice back set there by Kuiper to Vanderweide. Redeemer is scrambling just to keep themselves alive every time here. Hits the top of the net for Mohawk. A nice little tip by Vanderweide. And then a big block by Vanderwide. And then another big block by Vanderwide. She was just part of everything in that play.
Well, she was doing it herself there. She had a teammate for that block, but the block still came from Vanderwide every single time. She did it all herself. There's not much else you can say other than that.
I don't know how many times I said her name in that short period of time.
5 in about
You were
8
counting?
in like 8 seconds.
You were counting. Van Vark with the awkward dig there. And a powerful shot, but it's kept alive by Redeemer. They're managing to get these digs, but they seem very unorganized once they get them.
Yeah, and it's reflecting on the scoreboard. They just can't seem to get any offense going. Can't get anything over the net with any power or any sustainability to an actual attack. They're kind of just giving frees, and you're never going to be able to be successful whenever you're just kind of sending it over.
Danielle Camps with a nice drop shot. Abby Slews was not able to handle that. Mohawk doubled up on Redeemer here, 20-10.
Yeah, and the third set has been all Mohawk. It's been their best set of the day, and it came right when they needed it to close this one out. Not quite over yet, but
It would be a miraculous comeback by Redeemer.
if they were even to just come back in the set, let alone come back in the next 2 sets after that and win those, they're going to have to try and take this 1 point at a time if they're going to even have a chance.
Vanderwide just went out for Cassandra Filka to come in. The dig there by Kovar. And the nice shot there by Cassandra Filka, coming in and making a difference.
And the team excited for her, coming right off the bench and getting that point. As all of Mohawk is just smiles and ear to ear here.
Cassandra Filka will now serve. A nice little drop shot to the back court. A tip. And a nice powerful shot that Slews handles. And a big block. A nice diving one-handed effort there by Filka. Sent it back, but unfortunately Kuiper was not able to get enough on it to send it over. Now Kinsley Child will come back in. A nice little tip, but that does fall out of bounds. Redeemer will pick up that point. Mohawk 4 points away from ending the set, ending the game. Alina Renders will serve. A cross-court set, and it works perfectly as Jesse McIsaac comes in with a nice blast straight through the Redeemer squad. And now Jesse McIsaac will serve. And they go for the block, and they go to set up now. And a powerful shot by Kovar, but Redeemer keeps it alive. And a powerful shot by Abby Slews there.
Yeah, Kinsley Child tried to get to that one, but instead of backing up, she kind of just threw her fist up and she didn't really have any chance.
Kuiper setting up. And a nice hard shot there by Heidbert. A nice snipe just in the side of the line.
Yeah, and stacking up the highlight reel here as we roll out in this one, 23-14 Mohawk over Redeemer.
And now after she picks up that point, Heidbert will step out. Now Taylor Kelly will serve. The dig. A big block, one-handed effort. Jess McIsaac keeps it alive. Kovar sends it over. Tries to send it over, but it gets blocked by Redeemer. And Danielle Camps is a nice, powerful shot straight through the squad. Still up 10 points, Mohawk is here. Looking to end this out. It's Taylor Kelly. Can she end this game out for Mohawk here? The dig. And a big block by Kuiper.
Stop. Go up. Go. Yes, go. Yes, go. Hit it.
And they get it over. And an awkward dig, but Mohawk regains control.
Come on. Cover.
And a series of 3 to 4 huge blocks for Redeemer. Rebecca Osterhoff doing it all herself pretty much. Maria Van Vark will serve. And that will be it for Redeemer as Mohawk takes this game 3 sets to none here.
Yeah, and this game started to slip away from Redeemer the longer it went on, didn't it? Didn't it, Wes?
Slowly, they were in it at first. It was a strong contest at first, but slowly but surely, Mohawk just started to run away with it.
Yeah, kind of maybe just wore them down a little bit. You can see look at the box score there for just a moment. 25-21, 25-18, and 25-15. Because we're going to get a look at one of the main reasons why this game went the way it did is Kovar. Kelsey Kovar. Big
Had a
spike there
huge
from
game.
her. And you're going to get a look at a big block coming up from Kovar as well.
Just an all-around strong game from Kovar.
And there was a dig from Kovar as well. As overall, her game was kind of just on point here today. I'm sure that'll help her in climbing up in the OCAA rankings, but I'm sure that's not her first concern.
Definitely
her first
not.
concern was the big win here today.
Big dub for the Mohawk girls volleyball team.
We'll see if the boys can do the same. As you can see them starting to get warmed up there. It was a really great effort and a great win for the Mohawk Mountaineers today over the Redeemer Rebels, or Royals, sorry. Join us Wednesday 14th as Mohawk will be taking on Conestoga College, and we'll see if they can repeat what they did here tonight. But I'm Cody Lake for Wes Linwood and the rest of the crew. That was OCAA Volleyball on Mohawk TV.